Hey guys, WWII here, and today I'm coming back at you with another TMC haul, or as you guys can probably tell by the bag, it is the Minifig Co. So this is an order that has been sitting in my pile to film, I think, for about 2 weeks now. Now, that doesn't include how much time it took to pack and ship, so I think that these figures, should I say, were released about 6 to 7 weeks ago. Someone can help fix that timeline for me. I'm not entirely sure when these were released, but that's about that time. So why don't we just open it and get right into it. What I will say is that you guys might be surprised what figures these are because they are World War II figures. Now, I know that I do not normally pick up these guys. I don't normally buy a lot of World War II simply due to the fact that I don't build anything World War II, and I don't really think it's the most interesting era, but these guys were too nice to pass up on. So these are Frogskin US Marines from World War II. Let me get a little stand to put them on so you guys can check them out even closer. So here is the first figure. As you can clearly see, this is the officer. He has a pistol pouch, and then I believe that those are additional ammo pouches. I think that, yes, I remember that he had some Thompson patches somewhere on his body, but I couldn't exactly remember where. So as you can see on the back, he has that canteen with the double, I think it's a Y strap, I think that's what you call it, and then the Thompson mags. And as I was saying, he also has other pouches. So he has this one on the side right here, and then he also has an identical one on the other side. He also has a knife, and then of course the front. I know I didn't go over it in much detail, but as you can clearly see, here's his pistol pouch, and then he also has another small pouch right here along with the continuation of his jacket. Now, I think what's so great about this minifigure in particular is that the camo looks really nice. I think that TMC did a really nice job creating this camo, and I really just think it looks great all in all, especially, you know, in these arms that are completely printed all around. As TMC has mentioned in the past, these are what are considered 360-degree arms. They're all the way printed. And I really think that that aspect of the arms really makes the color pop. So I got two of these figures, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, here we are. And I guess just quickly, we can go over, I got some of these Frogskin helmets, as you can see here with the strap, nothing very special. I only got two, despite the fact that I got a lot more of these figures, so I definitely will need to get more of those in the future. So the only other figure that came in this haul, I believe that I got 7 of these guys right here. Honestly, I don't remember if that was the correct number. I'm just assuming it was because that's what came in my order. But anyways, as you guys can clearly see, this is an M1 Garand body or an M1 body. He has all those M1 pouches stretching all along the body. You can see it under the arm. And then on the back, he has additional pouches and then a canteen as well. I actually really like that TMC opted to use sand green for these figures. As you can see, this base Lego color is a sand green. I actually like it more than the olive for this particular uniform because I think that it is a little bit lighter, so it gives TMC a little bit more ability to use both lighter and darker colors that can more vividly pop. I'm a fan of it. Some people would have preferred olive, but it is what it is. I guess, you know, the biggest difference between the officer variant in the back over here and this variant is, of course, those pouches. They also have these boots. I didn't really go over this on the officer variant, but, you know, pretty standard boots. I don't really think that there's anything to them. The only thing that I think is interesting is that these two sides are different. One side looks untucked and one side almost looks tucked in. And that's the same for every single figure. So that's obviously a design choice, and I don't really know what that is meant to signify or represent. So if somebody knows why they're designed like this, please let me know in the comments below. That would be greatly appreciated. But other than that, this was a relatively small haul, or a relatively constrained haul to one specific topic, and really only 2 bodies and a couple helmets. So there isn't, you know, a whole lot else that I have to go over on this. You might notice that I am filming this on top of the Gettysburg mock, and that's simply due to the fact that the Gettysburg mock is taking up a lot of space. So actually my normal filming area is taken up by it. So that's why you see that. Other than kind of everything that we've talked about before, of course, these were the 2 bodies that I got and those helmets that you can see on the ground. Some really awesome ones. Of course, I'm a big fan of getting more American variants for World War II. I think that TMC should focus on creating more allies. I think that that's kind of a good direction for them to go in order to create more variation in their World War II releases, because they tend to focus on German specifically and Axis just in general. But other than that, as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe to the normal stuff, and I'll catch you next time.